Hey there, good evening. I have Urban Chestnut Brewing Company, Pierre's Wit. So it's a wheat ale brewed with coriander and orange peel. So very similar to the style that Blue Moon is supposed to be, Blue Moon white wheat. This is some amount of alcohol. I don't even know. It's weird. It doesn't seem to be on the bottle. That's weird. Hold on. I gotta look this up. Can't remember where I got it from, I suppose. I guess the internet is also a good place for that information. Okay. Also, I'm super excited because my next Tavor box is going to come, and it has the Ninkasi 10-year in it. And Hibiscus Saison perhaps soon as well, because I just dropped a whole bottle on the ground and broke it, and I need to make my life feel better. Okay, so 5.1% alcohol by volume. And 13 IBUs. So should be a nice mellow beer. They tend to be on the sour side. No, that's misspeaking. I feel like they ride the border on sour, but they are not sour beers. So let me clarify that. For my liking, it's too close to sour for me, is what I meant to say. All right. Aroma, I get this really sharp, reminds me of champagne aroma, kind of spicy, dry, fruity alcohol kind of smell to it, which is interesting because it's only, what is this, 5? What did I say? 5.2% alcohol. Almost drank it. So, reminds me a lot of like a dry white wine or a champagne even. Interesting. Okay, here we go. I guess I just really wanted to drink this because I forgot to look at it. While I'm tasting it, we'll look at it. This is a nice pale gold, hazy, bubbly, with a soft kind of foamy head on it. Lots of bubbles. I don't know if the video is good enough to see. Maybe. Very, very foamy. It doesn't appear to have a lot of sediment necessarily, but it's definitely hazy. This is a nice refined beer. It has like this clove almost flavor to it, and it's just really soft. Even the foam is soft, and I can't describe that. It's not spritzy. It's very it's like micro bubbles. Very interesting. It's very, I mean, even as I'm looking at the head on top, there's really, really fine bubbles in there, and it's just nice and almost creamy, I guess. Anyway, definitely a clove kind of a flavor to it. And since I just drank a bottle of Blue Moon Belgian White, which arguably could be a Witbier or it's a Belgian pale, you know, and Blue Moon is careful not to use either of those terms. This beer is so much different. It's got these high notes to it, really crisp, almost floral, citrusy notes like neroli, as opposed to the orange itself. It's more like the orange blossom, and spiciness. It's got this great spiciness from the yeast, which is like cloves. It's very nice, and like I said, this really just soft carbonation, and I can't even think of a good example. I mean, it almost makes me think of nitrous beer, almost, and it's very interesting how soft this carbonation is. Good beer, though. Anyway, this is a good beer. I like it. I feel like, generally speaking, I'm not a big fan of this style. I'm not very much into wheat beers. Sometimes they're nice. As a change-up on things, they're very summery, good for hot weather, and that has its usefulness. But this is actually a really nice beer. Now I can see why when I brought it to my mom's house, so I could share it with them that my mom had drank it. So I'm not even mad. So it says here, today the style tends to range a bit freely, but true to Belgian tradition, Pierre's utilizes unmalted wheat, a meticulous mash regimen, and a subtle spicing of coriander and dried orange peel. So the coriander and orange peel are definitely to style, and it's, I feel like, and this is again in comparison to the Blue Moon that I just drank, when you have fresh spices as opposed to dried spices, and I can't, it just has more flavor, more freshness, it's more robust. That's how I feel like this Pierre's Wit is in comparison to Blue Moon, which is kind of muted and soft. So interesting thought on that, since, they're very similar, they're supposed to be the same type of style. Anyway, I would love to hear your thoughts. If you've ever tried Pierre's Wit Wheat Ale by Urban Chestnut, and I forgot to look and see where these guys are. They're somewhere. St. Louis, Missouri. So there you have it. St. Louis, Missouri, Urban Chestnut Brewing Company, Pierre's Wit. Stellar wit beer. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.